Your Country 1039 KGRD, Mr. Jason Aldean, and My Kind of Party.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And I can tell you this right now, the weekend is looking pretty good. Good day to get out there on a Saturday morning. Now, our question of the day. As we all know, there's romance and there's love at first sight and, things that are all nice and kind of like a romantic storybook, right? Happy ending, all of that. But sometimes not so much. Yeah, not all romantic relationships are meant to go the distance, as it were. Sometimes there are some serious differences that cause trouble between you and your partner. And other times there's really ridiculous, trivial, small things that you just can't handle. Yeah. Like maybe a particular food your partner loved or hated caused a problem there. Or how about a quirky morning or bedtime routine, right? Certain habits, certain things, clothing items, smells, weird beliefs or opinions. The earth is not flat. Also, when you walked away from the relationship, were you honest about the reason why, even though it was pretty petty and trivial? Interesting, right? Well, my question for you is, what is a trivial thing that a partner has had or done, right? What trivial thing has a partner had or done that you just could ignore? And it was like, nope, that is a deal breaker. Small little things. Like, I could be honest. And it's not embarrassing because it means a lot to me. It does. But one time I broke up with this girl because she didn't like a movie. Yeah. Now, it's one of my most favorite movies of all time. I do use this as a test. If you cannot watch Somewhere in Time with me, Christopher Reeve, that kind of thing, and you don't have anything to say at the movie at all afterward, then that's kind of a deal breaker. At least for me. I know it's trivial, it's small, it's petty, but it's a great movie and it means a lot to me. So I can do that if I want to, as we all can. But what about you? What is a trivial thing that a partner has done, or maybe a habit that they've had that you just couldn't ignore, and that was the deal breaker? And let me know your answers by calling them in or texting them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. Of course, you can, like I said, call those in, text those in. You can also leave your comments on our social media pages because we are live on those right now. So, yeah, go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market. What's a trivial thing that a partner has had or done that you just couldn't ignore? The deal breaker. Okay, all of those are done, and we are exclusively up on our social media pages right now. So I know there are always some small little things that just like they bug you a little bit, and sometimes you just can't handle it, and they're done and over. So is there one that you had with a certain partner that you had to break up with him? I mean, there were a couple of times when I was definitely the one that broke up with them. One of them I thought was a major one that had to do with smoking, okay, and not cigarettes. But yeah, the movie thing was just came over, let's watch a movie, and then like immediately it's like, let's go do this, and I was like, talk about the movie, Does that seem shallow of me? Does that seem wrong? I don't know. But my question for you today, because like we said, not all romantic relationships are meant to go the distance. What's a trivial thing that a partner has had or done that you just couldn't ignore? Maybe you couldn't ignore it and you just learned to live with it. I don't know. Or was it just, nope, I'm done? Let me know your answers. Once again, you can leave your comments down below and call them in or text them in as well. 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. In the meantime, let's kind of go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world today. Apparently, Uber is testing a new feature that allows women to choose female drivers and riders. The pilot program is being rolled out in LA, San Francisco, and Detroit. Women can opt in to be matched with female drivers by selecting a women's driver's option in the app. Interesting. Domino's in Singapore recently introduced the Mac and Cheesy Ultimate Sausage Crust Pizza. Just the title right there makes me want to try it. It has sausage crust topped with macaroni and cheese, mozzarella, and seaweed flakes. Okay, minus the seaweed flakes. That sounds absolutely decadent. North American Domino's fans want the pizza to come here. I would vote for that. Cinnabon and Reese's have teamed up to offer decadent treats for a limited time. The chocolate peanut butter cup bon is topped with Reese's peanut butter cups and caramelized drizzle. Reviewers have found it overwhelmingly sweet and delicious. It sounds a little too sweet for me right there. Actually, it also sounds like they just put Reese's peanut butter cup on top of a Cinnabon. Get more creative with that one, guys. A new survey by the National Retail Federation reveals that Americans will spend $128 billion on back-to-school shopping. Yeah, I know that everyone is really, really excited about school starting up on Monday. Be honest, parents, right? And apparently Target is dropping their price matching policy for the first time in over a decade. The policy made it so customers could receive matching prices if they found companies like Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy that were offering better deals. Had to be the same product, same serial code, stuff like that. But Target made the decision because the majority of the price matching had been reportedly taking place at their stores. The updated policy made it so customers can still price match other Target products in stores online, but not with rival companies, which is kind of weird for a price matching policy right there, because you just go to another company and get it at a cheaper price. Okay, whatever, Target. All things are good. Once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day today. Yeah, what is a trivial thing that a partner has had or done that you just couldn't ignore? Maybe a particular habit, a quirky belief, they just would not stop wearing that one piece of jewelry or that one shirt, that shirt. I don't know. Whatever it is, really trivial stuff, because not all romantic relationships are meant to go all the way. They're not meant to go the distance, not meant to last. But if you've got one of those, go ahead and let me know. Yeah. Call it in, text it in, leave your comments down below. I will share that one. Yeah, I once stopped dating a girl because, she had, it wasn't like she didn't even like the movie. I could handle that. But she'd had no reaction whatsoever to the movie. It's like the movie ended and I went, well, and she said, hey, let's go do this. And I was like, nothing. And then I said I wasn't feeling well and I needed to take a nap. True story. True story. Let me know your answers for our question of the day. What's the trivial thing that your partner has had or done that you just couldn't ignore? Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.